You look at Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, where God says that to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. God is teaching us that is his desire, and that was repeated in the prayer Jesus taught us to do. Jesus asked us to pray that his kingdom come and his will be done here in earth as it is in heaven. In other words, he is the one that sets up one as a king, and when he decides otherwise, he will take off that from it and put another on the seat. Now, if God's will must be done here on earth as Jesus taught us to pray, and we are God's children here on earth, then our desire must be that the will of God as it is in heaven will be implemented here on earth. And don't forget that God rules in the kingdom of men, and God will want to rule in Ghana. This year is election year. My advice for you, vote in accordance to the will of God. Don't vote on partisan line. I encourage every child of God to detach your heart from party and from party colors. Otherwise, you will always find yourself voting against the will of God. He rules in the kingdom of men. He desires to rule in Ghana. And what he has decided in the heavens, so must be done here. But if you have glued your heart to party, that means that you would vote for one party, whether good or bad. And you may be voting against the will of God. And so you must understand that the vote you have is an authority that God has given to you, and that authority must not be sold. And I'll repeat myself for free. That authority must not be sold. If people are being given other things to vote for one particular party, you are bigger than that. You carry God's authority to implement here in earth as it is in heaven. You cannot sell that authority. And so I encourage you, detach your heart from partisan politics and be neutral as much as possible. And at the end of the day, every politician that is campaigning, both in government and opposition, all of them are looking for employment. You are the employer. That is the understanding we must get. And you must employ with kingdom mindset. Vote your conscience, and don't vote on tribal lines, and don't vote because somebody has given you money. You may be selling God's authority delegated to you. And so, as it is in heaven, let it be so here in earth. And my advice for every Christian, my advice for every child of God is that you carry kingdom mandate, kingdom authority to ensure what God had decided in heaven happens here on earth. Can I have an amen?